Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and today's video will be on a classic Sudoku by Masomaniton. So we thank Masomaniton for giving us the permission to make a video on this classic Sudoku. This was created by him, and if you want to try this Sudoku out yourself, please check the online solving link in the description of the video. And before moving to the rules, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we would highly recommend you to check out the videos that we have posted so far. And if you feel they are interesting enough, please hit the subscribe button below and subscribe to the channel. The rules are each row, each column and each 3x3 box will contain the digits from 1 to 9 without any repetition. Standard classic rules. So it has a very attractive heart shape in the middle of the grid. So let us start solving this aesthetic Sudoku. Okay, so there is a 4 in row 2 and row 3, which means 4 will be in these cells. Let me change the color. 4 will be in one of these two cells, and there is a 3 in column 5 and row 4, which means that 3 must be going in one of these two cells. 5 is in row 8 and row 9, so 5 must be in these cells. Okay, 7 in column 1 and column 3, so 7 must be in these cells. 1 is in column 1, 1 is in row 6, so 1 must go here, which means that 1 must be in these cells, classic. So if I look at column 3, these two cells cannot contain 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7 or a 4. So these two cells can only be 6, 8 and 9. But I have a 6 here, right? So which means this is not a 6. And I have a 6 and a 9 here, so this is an 8. So which means this becomes 9. So I've got my first two digits. So 2, 3, 7, 5, 8 and 9. So remaining are 1, 4 and 6. But 6 can't go in these cells. So 6 would be here, and which means these two cells must be 1 and 4. Okay, so the remaining candidates here are 2, 3, 8 and 9. I can't have 3 and 8 here. So which means this is 2 and 9. And I can't have 2 in these cells, so these two must be 3, 8 and 9. So maybe I can have a corner pencil mark of 2 in these cells. 2 cannot be in row 9. Let us look at row 3 because it has 5 digits already. So 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. Remaining must be 2, 3, 5 and 7. So this cannot be a 7, so this is a 2, 3, 5. This cannot be a 3 and 5, so this must be a 2 and a 7. And this cannot be a 2, 3 and a 7. So we get our third digit here, right? Fourth digit, I mean. So we get the 5 here because a naked single. So 1, 4, 8, 6, 9 and 2, 3, 7. Okay, so this would be a 5. And now this cannot be a 5 and this must be 2 and a 7. Okay, so I can place the 3 also. 3 has only one cell left in row 3. So which means this is not a 3. This is 8 and 9 and I must have a 3 in one of these cells. So if you look at this box, 7, 8, 9, 1, 3, 4. So remaining must be 2, 5 and 6. I can't have a 6 here. So this is 2 and 5 because of this 6. And I can't have a 6 here also. So this is not a 6, so which means this would be a 6. Okay, let me look at column 7 now. It has 5 digits and 2, 3, 5, 7 and 8 are the digits there. So remaining must be 1, 4, 6 and 9. So if you look at row 2 column 7, it cannot be 4, 6 and 9. So this is 1 and these 3 cells must be 4, 6, 9. Okay, I can't have 6, 9 here. So this is a 4 and this is not a 6. So this is 4 and 9 and this is... Okay, so 4 is here. So this must be a 9 and this must be a 6. So the start has been pretty smooth to the Sudoku. We have been getting digits quite fast. So if I look at this box, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, so remaining must be 1, 3, 4, 7. So this is 1 and 4 and all these digits must be 1, 3, 4 and 7, right? So let us not write there because there are 4 candidates and I don't want to mess up the grid too much. So 3, 6, 8 and 1, 4 and 7. So remaining must be 2, 5, 9 in that row. Sorry, I have removed the given. So this must be 2, 5, 9, right? So a 9 is here, so this is a 2, 5 and this must be a 2, 5 and a 9. Okay, so if I look at this cell, there are only 3 possibilities. 159 is ruled out and 238 is also ruled out. So this must be 4, 6 and 7. Okay, 3 in rows 4 and 5 will give me a 3 in one of these cells. Okay, and 8 in column 7 and column 9 means that 8 must go here, which pushes the 4 here. So I'll remove the 4 from these cells. 4 is not going here. Oh. So this is 8, this is 4. And which means this must be a 2 and a 7. Okay, the 4 is in one of these cells in box 9. So if I look at row 1, 3, 4, 8, 6 and 7 have been placed. So remaining must be 1, 2, 5 and 9. So this is not a 1. So this is 2, 5, 9. This is not a 5. So 1, 2, 9. And this is not a 9. So this is 1, 2 and 5. Okay. This seems to be a hard one, guys. Suddenly the Sudoku has shifted gears. Okay, there is no 6 here and there is no 6 here, which means 6 must be in these cells, right? Corner pencil mark. Okay, so these two cells must be 1, 3, 7 now because 4 is eliminated, and 5, 8, 2, 6, 9 are in the box. So if I look at this column, 5 has only 2 cells, these 2 cells, and 6 has only 2 cells, these 2 cells, right? Okay, I haven't looked at rows 4, 5 and 6 yet. So let us look at row 6, 1, 4, 6 and 9. So these 2 cells must be 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, but 2 and 3 are in the box, so they must be 5, 7, 8, right? But 7 is here, so which means 7 is eliminated, and this can be 5, 7 and 8, no problem. Okay, so let us look at this cell. It cannot be 5, 6, 7, cannot be 1, 4 and 9, so this must be a 2, 3, 8. Okay, so along row 6, these 2 cells cannot be 4, 7, 8, cannot be 1, 6, 9, so they must be 2, 3, 5. So again, focusing around this area, this cell cannot be 3, 5, 7, cannot be 4 and 8, cannot be 6, so this must be a 1, 2 and a 9, right? This must be 1, 2 and 9. And this cell must be, cannot be 4, 7, 8, cannot be 2, 5 and 6, so this must be a 1, 3 and a 9. Okay, but we have a 3 pencil mark already here, which means this is not a 3, right? So this must be a 1 and a 9. So if I look at this cell, this cannot be 1, 4, 6 and 9, cannot be 3 and 5, so this must be a 2, 7 and 8. And focusing along column 5 now, 1, 4, 6 and 9 and 3 and 5. So this also must be 2, 7 and 8. That is beautiful, guys. Look at how deeply the triplet is hidden. We are finding a triplet hidden in the Sudoku after about 10 minutes of solve. How much? 9 minutes of solve. So if you look at column 5, these 3 cells are having a locked triplet 2, 7 and 8, right? So which means that we can eliminate 2, 7 and 8 from the rest of the cells. So this is not 7. So 3, 5, 2, 7, 8. So remaining must be 1, 4, 6 and 9. So this is not 6 and 9. So this is 1, 4. And that is gorgeous, guys, because we get a 1, 4 pair now. Superb. This hidden triplet gave us a couple of digits as candidates here, which in turn gave us a hidden pair. So this is not a 1 now. So 1, 4, 6, 5 and 9. So remaining must be 2, 3, 7, 8. This is not 3. These 2 cells. So which means this is 2, 7, 8 and this is 2, 7, 8. And this must be anything 1, 4, 6 and 9. So let us not write any possibilities there. Okay, let us look at this cell because it has only, I am trying to look for cells which have only 3 candidates as possibilities. That's how I am going about the Sudoku basically. 3, 4, 6 and 2, 5, 7. So these must be 1, 8 and 9, right? And let us look at this cell 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, 9 and 7. Okay, basically these two cells cannot have any odd digits, so they must be 2 4 6 8, but 4 is here, so this is 2 6 8 and this is 2 4 8. So we have made up the grid into a pencil mark battleground. So many pencil marks. This can be quite confusing, but uh, with practice shouldn't be so much difficult. If you are used to doing such pencil marks, it shouldn't be this much difficult. Okay, so at this point I'm going to take you to a different window, because at this point we have something called a finned X-wing, guys. So if you want to pause the video here right now and find the technique that I just mentioned, you may do so, but it is going to be really difficult. It's not easy to find it, so you can try to find it. I'll move on to the next window to illustrate the technique called finned X-wing. So we know that an X-wing works this way. So for example, if you have a row of digits like that, this is just an example grid to illustrate the finned X-wing concept. So in row 4, there are only two possibilities for the 4, right? So 4 would be here and 4 would be here. And in row 7, there are three possibilities for the 4. 4 must be here, 4 must be here, and 4 must be here. Now we know what an X-wing looks like, right? An X-wing is something when you restrict the possibility of a digit to 2 rows and 2 columns in a rectangular pattern. So this is how an X-wing looks like. But what basically is preventing that from happening is this cell. Because the 4 can be a possibility here, our X-wing pattern is eliminated, is not possible, right? So what the finned technique says is that, so let me write the candidates first. So in a normal X-wing, you would have eliminated the 4 from all these cells, right? So imagine that the 4 is not possible here. For a second, let us remove the 4 from here. Imagine that the 4 is not possible from here. So in a normal X-wing, using the normal X-wing, you would have eliminated all these 4s, right? All these cells highlighted would have been eliminated from being 4s. Okay, but in this case, you have an extra cell which is taking the possibility of 4 and which is preventing us from using the X-wing rule. But here too, you can still use the X-wing. This cell is called a fin concept by wiki terminology. This is called a fin, right? So, and that's why they name finned X-wing. So you can still use the X-wing technique, but in this case, the elimination is restricted only to cells which share the same entity as this one, or you can say which share the same unit as the fin. So in this case, you will see that the 4 is these two 4s are the only cells which share the same entity as this one. So in normal course, you would have eliminated all these 4s, but in this case, the elimination is only restricted to the cells which share the same entity as this fin, right? Hope I'm clear here. So and because of this, you can eliminate only these 4s. These 4s all cannot be eliminated, right? So however, these 4s can be eliminated. So let me remove these cells now. Okay, so and I'll remove the pencil marks from there. So now it is easy to see why these 4s must be eliminated, because if I have a 4 in any of these cells, let's say I have a 4 here, right? I'll use a different digit. So what happens? I remove the 4 from these two cells, I get the 4 here. Now look at row 4. I'm not getting any 4s. Beautiful, right? This is called a finned X-wing. So I'll quickly brief you how a finned X-wing works like. So you basically have 2 rows in an X-wing pattern, and in one of the rows there is maybe 1 extra 4 or 2 extra 4. So one thing I wish to add here is that the fins may also be 2 cells. There may, for example, this cell may also be a 4. Okay, I have put 2 ones here, right? I'm sorry. This should have been 9 maybe. I'll change it. But the idea still is the same. Okay, so now the grid is fine. At least it's not violating classic. So in some instances you may also have 2 fins. So for example, imagine that the 1 is not here. So what happens is that there are 2 fins now, right? Oops. Yeah. Okay. So you're still having an X-wing pattern, but in this case there are 2 extra cells which are preventing us from having a X-wing. So in this case also you can still eliminate cells, but the restriction is limited to cells which share the same entity as the fin. So these fours will be eliminated, right? In this scenario also you can still use the finned X-wing concept, but again the restriction is limited only to cells which share the same entity or the same unit as the fin, right? So hope it's clear. So this is an advanced concept and will really be useful in harder classic Sudokus. So let us come back to the Sudoku now. So in this, at this point you have a finned X-wing. So let me highlight and show you. If you look at row 3, these are the two cells which can have a 2, right? And if you look at row 6, these are the cells which can have a 2, right? There are no other cells which can take a 2. So basically we have an X-wing pattern and one cell which is disrupting this X-wing pattern. So but you can still eliminate 2s as you would have normally done. If this cell is not a fin, you could have eliminated 2 from all these cells, right? All these cells would have eliminated as a 2. But in this case the restriction is limited only to the cell which share the same unit as this fin. So this 2 will be eliminated. So if you want to see that visually, so if you have a 2 here, both of these 2s will be eliminated and you will have a 2 in both of these cells. Not possible, right? So this 2 is eliminated. A superb deduction. So let me tell you something, I'll be frank, but I've solved this Sudoku previously and that is why I have found this finned X-wing. There is no way I could have found this thing in a timed contest, no chance at all. I would probably have maybe guessed in the Sudoku. It's really difficult to find such advanced logics, but they are so much fun to find. In leisure, you can definitely try finding such advanced logics. So because of removing this 2, now we have a 1-9 pair. Beautiful, right? So now we are going to get some digits. This 1-9 pair gives us a 4 here. So let me remove that 4 so that the corner thing goes away. So this 4 gives us a 1 here, a 4 here, a 1 here, a 9 here. Superb. So we are getting some quick digits. So this is not a 9. This is 2, 5, which means this is a 1. And now this cell must be 4, 6, right, for the column. So this single elimination has given us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits suddenly, right? So it was a beautiful elimination. So again guys, we have one more finned X-wing. So nice Sudoku to illustrate this concept. I will highlight the cells now in green, right? So different color. So look at rows 1 and row 7, and this time too we have a finned X-wing but with different rows 1 and 7. So if you look at these two rows, we still have an X-wing pattern in row 1, row 7, column 2, column 4, but this cell is disrupting the X-wing. So this is the fin cell here, and now you can still eliminate the cells as you would have normally done in an X-wing, but the restriction is limited only to cells which share the same entity as this one. So these two cells, the yellow cells, cannot take a 2. So if you were to have a 2 here, you can again check visually. All these cells cannot take a 2, and in column 2 you will have 2 2s, right? For rows 1 and 7 you will have the 2s in row 1 and row 7. Not possible. So which means that even row 8 column 4 cannot be a 2. A beautiful Sudoku, guys. I like the Sudoku because it illustrates the concept really well. So which means that this will be a 7 and 8. This cannot be a 2. This will be 7, 8. Oops. Yeah. So this is going to be 7, 8. But does that give us something? No, in this case I don't think it is helping us, but it was nice to see that, right? So let us continue now. So this cell must be 137, right? Only 3 candidates, so this must be 137, but 1 is here, which means that this is not a, so okay, we have a 1 now, which could have been placed earlier, so this must be a 1. Okay, and this cell must be 2 or 6, right? Can't be 4, 7, 8, 1 and 9 and 3 and 5, so this must be 2 and 6. Okay. Okay, 5 is here, which means this is also not a 5. So this is 2 and 3. Okay, I'm able to reduce a lot of possibilities, guys. I think the Sudoku should reach its solution soon. So let me remove the highlighted cells maybe, right? I don't need them. Okay, let us continue the Sudoku. I have a 4-6 pair in column 5. Is that helping me? No. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything else here, really in basic techniques or even slightly advanced logics. Maybe there are some chains here which we are yet to find. Okay. So we have something slightly advanced, guys. I'll highlight the cells and show you. This is called a chain, and it's really difficult to find such things in a normal Sudoku. Okay, so look at these 6 cells. So this will require slight look ahead, but these can be worked in mind, but not easy at all. So this is a chain. So what happens if I have a 3 in this cell? I know that the 3 is in one of these 2 cells, but let us check what happens if the 3 is in this cell, right? 3 is in one of these 2 cells, but if I have a 3 here, this becomes 7, this becomes 2, this becomes 5, and this becomes 2, right? And now look where the 2 in this box can go. 2 cannot be in row 9 and 2 cannot be in column 2. So I can't get a 2 anywhere in this box, which means that I cannot have a 3 here. Tough one, right? I would have never found this, guys. I would have never found this in a contest. So, but I solved this leisurely previously and I was able to find, although it took some time. So this must be a 3. Let me change the color. So this must be a 3, which means that this is not a 3. So this is 2, 8. So this gives us a 7 here, which means that this would be a 3. And this 7 gives us a 2 here, a 7 here. And this 2 gives us a 7 here. Beautiful. So this must be 2, 8, right? And this must be a 2, 8. So let me remove the highlighted cells. Okay, so are we getting anything now? We got a lot of digits. Okay, this 3 will give us this 3 here. So this must be a 3, and these cells we can remove the corner pencil marks. So this must be 2, 5 and 6, right? Can't be 5, can't be 6, can't be 2. So this is these are the possibilities here. Okay, so there is one more chain again here, guys. I'll highlight and show you the cells. So let me just verify that for sure. So if I have a 2 here, this becomes 2, this becomes 8, 2, 5, 8. Yeah, there is a chain, guys. So let me show you that. So the blue cells, look at how the blue cells work. So this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, a little bit longer this time. So if you look at the highlighted cells, I'll show you the chain. So if I have a 2 here, for example, what happens? So 2 must be in one of these cells. If I have a 2 here, this becomes 5, this becomes 2, this becomes 8, this becomes 2, this becomes 5, and this becomes 8. Now if you look at column 1, this cell has only 2 possibilities, 2 or 8, and both are eliminated, right? So this is how the chain works. I'm not really sure if there is any better step in the Sudoku. I really don't know. When I solved this previously, I was able to find this one, but I'm not really sure if there is something better in the Sudoku. Please do share it under comments. So we'll be happy to hear that out. So which means that this cell cannot be a 2 and this cell will be a 2, which means this cell must be a 9, this must be 8. Okay, so let me remove all the things unnecessary. So this is 3, 2, 1, 9. Okay, which means that this is a 2, 5. Okay, does that give me something? This 2 gives us a 5 here. I think this should complete the Sudoku. So this is a 5, this is a 2, and this 5 gives us an 8 here, a 2 here, a 5 here, a 6, a 2, and this 2 gives us a 5, which means this is 2 and this is 5, and this 2 gives us an 8. So 1, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 9, which means these two cells must be 2, 3, but 2 is here, which means this is 3 and this is 2. And so I have a 7, 8 pair in row 8, so this is a 7, 8. 3, 5, 8, 1, 2, 7. In row 9, the remaining cells must be 4, 6 and 9, but 4 is here. So this is 6, 9, and this cannot be a 6, 9. So which means this is a 4, this is a 6, this is a 9. So this 2 removes the 2 from here, this is 6 and 8. So 6, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4. So which means these cells must be 1, 5, 7, right? But I have 5 and 7 in row 4. So this is 1, which means this is 9, this is 1. These two cells must be 5 and 7, which means the 5 is removed from this cell. So this is a 7, this is a 5, and these two cells must be 4 and 9, right? And this 9 removes the 4 from here, sorry, 9 from here. So this would be 9, and these two cells must be 6 and 8, but 6 is here. So this is 6, this is 8, which means this is 8 and this is 7, and these three cells must be 3, 4, 7, right? But 7 is in here, so this is a 7, and these two cells must be 3, 4. Okay, 4 is here, so this is 4 and this is 3. And with that, we have completed the Sudoku. So the main thing that we wanted to illustrate through the Sudoku was not the chains, but rather the finned X-swing, which gave us a series of digits. Hope you guys got to understand how the fins, how a finned X-swing works. It is similar to an X-swing in the sense that you can still eliminate digits, but your restriction will be limited to only cells which share the same unit as the fin. So if you guys found something better in the Sudoku, please do share it under the comments. This was an excellent Sudoku for illustrating the concept for finned X-swings. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve the Sudoku. We hope to see you all soon with the video. Take care until then. Bye bye.